discuss today's class here. This is Rajesh Kashojira. Today's topic is squares. Let us discuss first of all squares, and if time permits, we'll discuss square roots also. Squares. What are squares? Let us see some examples first of all. Later we'll go to the class. I'll start here better. It visible, okay, fine. Suppose 1 into 1 I am doing, I am getting 1. 2 into 2 I am getting 4. 3 into 3 getting 9. 4 into 4 getting 16. So 1 1s are 1, 2 2s are 4, 3 3s are 9, 4 4s are 16. Let us discuss once again here. Squares we are discussing now. Now 1 1s are 1, 2 2s are 4, 3 3s are 9, 4 4s are 16. Observe here, 1 is multiplied by again 1, we are multiplied by 3, again we are getting 9. 4 is multiplied by again with 4, we are getting 16. So if n is multiplied by n, then some m we may get here. And observe here what all these are. 1, 2, 3, 4, all are integers. Even the values we are getting is 1, 4, 9, 16 are also integers. So such numbers are called as square numbers. What these are? 1, 4, 9, 16. All these are called as square numbers. When it is, if an integer is multiplied by itself, then the resultant will be called as a square number, and it must be an integer also. Automatically we will get an integer. So this is nothing but square numbers. And how we are going to write this as? This 1 into 1. How many times we are using 1 here? 2 times. So 1 square I am writing here. 1 into 1 nothing but 1 square we are writing here. 2 into 2 we are writing it as 2 square. 3 into 3, 3 square. 4 into 4, 4 square. Nothing but n square. Where n comma m are integers. N comma m are integers. And 1, 4, 9, 16, all these m are called square numbers. 1, 4, 9, 16, all these are called as square numbers. So we can give such things here, nothing but square numbers. Suppose let us take 1 by 4 into 1 by 4. How much are you going to get now? 1 by 16. 1 by 4 into 1 by 4 is nothing but 1 by 16. 1.2 into 1.2. 1.44. How we are writing this as? This can be written as 1 by 4 whole square we are writing, and this is 1.2 whole square we are writing here. Then what these are called? Of course these are not integers, where n and m are integers we are saying here, and these are not integers. 1 by 4 is not an integer, 1.2 is also not an integer. Then what will be called these as? These are nothing but perfect squares. What we can call these as? Perfect squares. So these are perfect squares. Why we are calling these as perfect squares? Why? Because the numbers we are using here are rational numbers. So when a rational number is the product of a number by itself, and it should be a rational number, then we can say this as a perfect square. So simple logic. Integers, square numbers, rational numbers, perfect squares. That's it. Okay. So we'll write the definitions here. What is a square number? Square number is nothing but an integer. Which is equal to product of another integer by itself. So what is a square number? An integer which is equal to the product of another integer by the same integer itself. Example we are taking, so many examples we can take here. 49 is a square number. Why? Because it can be written as 7 into 7. 49 can be written as 7 into 7. 7 is an integer, even 49 is also an integer. So 49 can be written as 7 into 7. Next, what we have? Perfect squares. Just before now we discussed square number nothing but integers, perfect square nothing but rational numbers. A rational number which is equal to square of another rational number is nothing but perfect square. Example, you may take any of the examples. 1 by 9 can be written as 1 by 3 into 1 by 3. Now, I got a question here. Is a square number will be a perfect square or a perfect square is a square number? In which way? Here to here or here to here? Can you think it? Square numbers and perfect squares. So what we can say here? All square numbers are going to be perfect squares. All square numbers are going to be perfect squares because simple logic. All integers are rational numbers. So what the note we can write here? All square numbers are perfect squares, but vice versa. May not be possible in all times. Of course, if you are taking an example of rational number as an integer, then it is possible. But if a rational number you are taking 1 by 3 into 1 by 3 is equals to 1 by 9, it cannot be a square number. Okay, so this is the difference between perfect squares and square numbers. But in general, we will use the word perfect square only. Why? Because we are considering all the numbers as rational numbers. So whenever we are discussing about the rational squares, simply we will say perfect square. Okay. But we can't say square number. Square number is attached to integers only. Okay, we'll see some more examples here. Next, 1 square is 1, 2 square is 4, 3 square is 9, 4 square is 16. Next, let me write 5 square. 5 into 5 is 25. 6 square is 6 into 6 is 36. 7 square, 7 into 7, nothing but 49. 8 square is nothing but 8 into 8, 64. 9 square is nothing but 9 into 9, 81. And 10 square is nothing but 10 into 10, nothing but 100. Now you observe here. 1 square is 1, 2 square is 4, 3 square is 9, 4 square is 16, 5 square is 25, 6 square is 36, 7 square is 49, 8 square is 64, 9 square is 81 and 10 square is 100. Just what's our observation is? Observe here just the unit digits, the units in the ones place, units place. First of all 1, okay, 1, 4, 9, here 16 we have, but what we are observing here only 6, units place we are observing 6, 5, 6, 9, 4, 1, 0. Observe, any repetition is going to be here. Yes, repetition is possible. For 1 square we are getting 1 in units place, and even for 9 square also we are getting 1 in units place. The same we'll write now, and these are called as properties of squares. Or else we'll write here. Okay, what you are writing here? Units digit in the given number, units digit in the square number. So first of all, for 1 and 9, if I am taking 1 we are getting, for even 9 also we are getting 1. So for 1 and 9, what we will get now? 1 we are getting. Next. For 2 and 8, observe here. 2 square is 4, 8 square is 64, 4, 4, common again for units digits. So what you are getting? 4 we are getting. For 3 and 7, 3 3 is 9, 7 7 is 49, 9 we are getting, and here also 9 we are getting. So 3 and 7 what will get? 9 will get. For 4 and 6, 4 4 is 16, 6 6 is 36, 6 and 6 we are getting here. So what we will write right now? 6 we will write. For 5, 5 5 is 25, so simply we will get 5. And lastly, for 0, we will get 0. So that means what we are getting? We are getting 1, 4, 9, 6, 5, 0 we are getting here. So whenever we are taking the square numbers, compulsory in units place, any of these digits will occupy. So what we will write now? The units digit of a square number must be either in serial order I am writing here 0 or 1, after that or 4 or 5 or 6 or 9. So what you are getting here? 0, 1, 4, 5, 6, 9. So compulsory thing is any of the square numbers if you are taking, then compulsory units digit must be occupied by these, one of these compulsory 0, 1, 4, 5, 6, 9. Then a question may arise: if in units place, there exists, other than this, what we have 0, 1, 2 left, 3 left, 4, 5, 6, 7 left, 8 left. So in units place there exists 2, 3, 7, 8. So simply we can say the number will not be a square number. So no need of checking again here. Simply if you are finding in units digits 2, 3, 7, 8, simply we can say it's not going to be a square number. None, we'll get a doubt here. Sir, if you find 0, 1, 4, 5, 6, 9, is it compulsory a square number? No, it may not be. There is a chance of having this square number. It may be or may not be. Okay. So if in units place there exists 2, 3, 7, 8. Okay, we'll write 2 or 3 or 7 or 8. Then the number is not a perfect square. Sorry, we'll write square number. Of course, perfect square also we can say, but we are discussing about integers, so it's not going to be a square number. So compulsory condition is if you are finding either 2 or 3 or 7 or 8 in units place, so compulsory we can say it's not going to be a square number. Okay, so let us guess some things here. Digit in units place we need here. 163 square we are writing. Of course, I don't want to find 163 square. Simply I have to write the digit in units place. Then one of these must be we'll get here. You should check with the table 3. Then what you will get now? 9 will get. But always this table is not will be available with us. So simply what we will do here? What is the units place here? 3. 3 3s are 9 will get. That's it. Next, 271 square. What is in its place? 1 we have here. So 1 ones are 1 we will write. $345 square. What we have here in its place? 5. So automatically 5 5s are will get 5. So like this we can find the digit in units place. Okay. Suppose a question comes here. Can 272 be a square number? 272 be a square number. By observing this table, you can say very easily what it is. Are you finding 2 among all these? No. Already we wrote a note. If 2, 3, 7, 8, then it cannot be a perfect square. So simply we can say here, no. If you want to write the reason, you can write, no problem. Since 2 is in units place, that is for our understanding purpose. If 2 is in its place, so it can't be a square number. Okay, so like this we can justify which number is going to be in units place and which number cannot be in units place. Okay, some more 2 important notes we'll see here. Some pattern we'll observe here. What is 1 plus 3? 4. Why 1 plus 3? Why? Because these 2 are odd numbers, consecutive odd numbers, 1 and 3. Starts from 1. Next I am taking 1 plus 3 plus 5. 1 plus 3 plus 5. 3 odd numbers, consecutive odd numbers from 1. So what it is going to be? 1 plus 3, 4. 4 plus 5, 9. 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7, 16. Suppose if I am writing 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus 9 plus 11 plus 13. How much it is going to be? It is nothing but 49. So without doing any addition, directly we are telling it as 49. How it is? So we have a general formula for sum of odd numbers starting from 1. Consecutive odd numbers starts from 1. How it is? You observe here. 1 plus 3, nothing but what we got here? 4. By using square numbers, we are taking all this. 1 plus 3 is 4. How 4 can be written as? 4 can be written as 2 square. 1 plus 3 plus 5, 9. How 9 can be written as? 3 square. 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 is 16. 4 square we are writing here. Now you observe here. 1, 3. How many numbers we have? 2. So that's why we are writing 2 square. 1, 3, 5. 3 numbers. So 3 square we are writing. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 numbers. That's why I am writing 4 square. Now I am writing here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's why what we can write now? 7 square we can write here. So what is the general formula we can write here? One plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus so on. N terms, nothing but simply write down n square. So sum of consecutive odd numbers from initial number 1 is n square for n terms. So like this, by using square numbers, we can find general formula for sum of odd numbers. 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 up to n terms, we are taking n square. N nothing but number of terms. 7, 7 square. 8, 8 square. 9, 9 square. So like that. One more pattern we'll see here. A question is asked like this here. Find the non-square numbers between squares of 25 and 26. Find the non-square numbers of in between 25 squares of 25 and 26. How we are going to solve this? It's very simple. By simple formula we'll find. Before that we'll see what it is. 25 square is 625. 26 square is 676. What is 676 minus 51 we have here. Now let me check how many numbers are going to be here. Just by simple formula we are taking what is the first number given here? 25 is given. So number of non-square numbers in between 25 square and 26 square is, what is the first number base is given here? This is 25 is the base. Already we have discussed this base and power in exponents and powers chapter. So what is the base? 25. So 2 into 25, nothing but how much it is going to be? So 50 numbers will be there. Leaving 1 here, automatically we'll get 50 digits, non-square numbers in between 25 squares and 26 squares. So what is the general formula we'll write here? Number of non-square numbers in between n square and n plus 1 square is simply 2n. So like this we can have non-square numbers between two consecutive squares. Okay, a small topic we will discuss here about Pythagorean triplets. Triplet nothing but how many numbers? Try nothing but 3. So 3 numbers. Triplet is nothing but 3 numbers. How it is going to be? Let me give some examples here. 3 square plus 4 square I am taking here. 3 square plus 4 square. What is 3 square is 9. 4 square is 4 4s are 16. How much you are getting? 25. But 25 can be written as 5 square. So 3 square plus 4 square is nothing but 5 square. So such is nothing but Pythagorean triplet. Sir, why this item got Pythagorean triplet? The name Pythagorean triplet. Why? Because it satisfies the formula, Pythagoras formula. What is Pythagoras formula? We have in a right angle triangle. What is Pythagorean formula? In a right angle triangle, hypotenuse whole squared is equals to side square plus side square. Nothing but if I am taking this as ABC, so AC square can be given as AB square plus BC square. So this is Pythagorean formula already we have in our geometry part. Now this numbers are satisfying this AC square. 5 square is nothing but 3 square plus 4 square. So that's why this is called as Pythagorean triplet. So then 3 comma 4 comma 5 is called a Pythagorean triplet. Is called a Pythagorean triplet. So what is the general form? We can say A comma B comma C is called a Pythagorean triplet if C square is equals to A square plus B square. That means the last number must be the square of this number must be sum of squares of these two. So C square is equals to A square plus B square. Okay. Now try to get some more Pythagorean triplets which you know below 10 or something, no problem. Okay. So try to get some more Pythagorean triplets. Okay. So this is the topic about squares. Okay. We have perfect squares and square numbers. Square numbers related to integers. Perfect squares related to rational numbers. All square numbers are going to be perfect squares, but all perfect squares may not be square numbers, since integers are rational numbers, but all the rational numbers will not be integers. That is a simple topic we have here. Okay, in square numbers, the units place must be occupied by either 0 or 1 or 4, 5, 6 and 9. Any of these digit must be there. If we are getting either 2 or 3 or 7 or 8, so simply it's not going to be a square number. Okay, and discussed about Pythagorean triplet. Okay, so this is enough for this class. Thank you all. Have a good day.